I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Tuesday, March the 3rd. Yesterday was the designation day for franchise players around the NFL. We know the New York Giants put the franchise tag on Jason Pierre-Paul, pretty much securing him for at least the 2015 season. Now the NFL and the Giants start to look forward to next week's start of free agency. And when the Giants go out there and look at the market, they may have to do a few things here before they truly go out there and pursue some upgrades, maybe on the offensive line, maybe in the defensive backfield, particularly at safety, and they go out there and try to improve their team before the NFL draft. They may have to try to work out a long-term deal with Jason Pierre-Paul to lower that contract number, maybe restructure and extend Eli Manning's contract. But if the Giants go out there and do give themselves some flexibility to be aggressive, maybe not as aggressive as they were last year, but aggressive in free agency, the one player the Giants have to pursue, the one player they should pursue, isn't just Sue from the Lions, the great defensive tackle. We heard reports that Adam Schefter said the Giants may go after him. He's a great name. If the Giants can figure out a way to work the cap and bring Sue here and they're okay with his off the field, or really on the field during game antics, he's okay guy off the field when he's not playing football. If they're okay with that, I'm okay with that. But to me, the one free agent for the Giants that makes too much sense to pass up isn't the great defensive tackle. It isn't the big name there, but rather it's bringing a New Jersey native. It's bringing a former Rutgers University defensive standout home. That would be Devin McCourty, the safety for the New England Patriots, who was not tagged. One of the interesting names not tagged yesterday. The Patriots are now allowing him, barring a long-term deal working out here between now and the weekend, to hit the open market. McCourty will be the most sought-after safety, and I believe the Giants can look at this particular instance, look at this particular player, and have so many memories of what they did 5 years ago, bringing in Antrel Rolle. Rolle, a former cornerback, drafted as a corner, a first rounder by the Cardinals, just wasn't great there, wasn't as good in the NFL setting at the cornerback position as he was at the University of Miami. The Cardinals shifted him to safety. He took off, hit free agency. The Giants made him, at that time, the highest paid safety in the league. And really, if you think about it, Rolle was worth every penny for the Giants over his 5-year contract. Now he will be a free agent. I know the Giants and Tom Coughlin talked about how much they love him. He's a leader, bringing him back. But he's a declining player. He's an older player. And unless he's going to come back on a very discounted deal to kind of play his last few years out as a starter on a team he knows, I expect the Giants to go in a different direction at safety. And if they want to go out and find a guy who could be the new Rolle, and I'm not talking about personality-wise. McCourty, if you've ever heard him talk, and we've had the chance to chat with him here on NJ.com, he's not that kind of personality. He's a leader, but not in the way Antrel Rolle is. But as a player, he reminds me so much of what Rolle was when the Giants brought him in. 27 years old Rolle was then, 27 years old McCourty is now. Former first-round pick as a corner, Rolle was. Former first-round pick as a corner, McCourty was for the New England Patriots. And then their positions shifted and their careers took off here. Look, McCourty's going to have a tremendous amount of suitors, and I'm not sure the Giants are even going to have the flexibility, barring, like I said, a big deal to sign up Pierre-Paul long-term and to maybe restructure Eli Manning's deal to extend him for a few more years. Then that would give them some cap room here to pursue premium free agents. But I look at the Giants and what they're probably going to lose here in Rolle, or what his game has already lost, even if you bring him back on a 1-year or 2-year contract. I look at their secondary, what they tried to build last year, being very aggressive in free agency with a Walter Thurmond, with a Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, having the ascending Prince Amukamara there at corner. And now I think what you could add to that with a Devin McCourty. Look, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie battled injuries. I thought he played pretty well, though, for the Giants in year one. We know Amukamara went down in that Colts game. We didn't see him again, but I think he's a player that has Pro Bowl ability. And Walter Thurmond, if the Giants do decide to bring him back, could clearly be a very, very good slot corner. If you add McCourty to the back end as a younger, more agile, more athletic safety, kind of what Rolle was a few years ago, the Giants secondary could be tremendous. And then you add Steve Spagnuolo back as the defensive coordinator, generating a pass rush with the front 7 and the front 4 in particular, with Jason Pierre-Paul pretty much secured for 2015, and you could put the pieces together here of the Giants finally having that kind of defense they've been searching for years. To me, McCourty is a perfect fit. New Jersey ties, Rutgers ties, good player, ascending player, 27 years old. And if you like what the Giants did 5 years ago, setting the market, bringing in Antrel Rolle on a 5-year deal, making him the highest paid safety, that worked out. And I think if the Giants choose that avenue and go after Devin McCourty from the Patriots, it could be very similar 5 years from now. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now.